Hi, hello, good morning, what's up? Welcome to the Keep Swimming podcast by Clark Kent. Here in the podcast, we just talk about whatever, and hopefully, I can get your mind off of maybe the daily things you're about to do in the morning. Let's say you got work, you're on your way to work, or let's say you're on your way to do something that you don't feel like doing, that you had to wake up early for, and now we're here. Um, Man, lately I don't know, my brain's been acting dumb. So I I was on the phone the other day, and I'm talking to one of my friends, right? And we are, I don't know, we're just going back and forth, and out of nowhere I say, I'm making this food, and I see that I only have salt, I have no pepper. I go write pepper on this chalkboard that we have. That's the symbol is like kind of like a grocery list, and I label on top of the blackboard grocery list, right? And I write it, I spell it out and everything, and then I walk back. I'm talking to my friend, and I look back at the board, and I'm like, that's there's no way grocery list is spelled like that, or how there's no way grocery is spelled like that. And I'm asking my friend, hey, there's how do you spell grocery? And come to my surprise, Grocery, the exact way that I just spelled it, right? I'm like, I'm still looking at it, and there's no way, there's no way. Where is this Cherie coming from? Are we? Am I the first person to notice this? Did you notice this? Where is this? Where is this? Where did this come from? And so I'm like, no, there's no way. We both got to be wrong. So I go ahead and search it up on Google, and I'm like, grocery. How do I say grocery? And so I actually had what is it? Google, I guess you want to say it, Cortana, tell me what how do how do you say grocery? I did the little audio thing. She said grocery, and I'm like, all right, something's wrong here. Who made this word that we say Cherie here? Where is this sh? And it actually got me thinking about silent letters. And I'm like, silent letters are pretty don't make any sense if you think about them. I actually have a silent letter at the end of my name. You would spell it Clarke. And I always had people growing up, saying, "Oh, you have an E at the end of your name. It's Clark E instead of just Clark." You always had to say, "Nah, it's just Clark," because you wouldn't. E is silent. But then you just really start to think about things like, why? Who would notice? Who would even know your name has a silent letter in it? I mean, like until they actually read your name on paper or however you spelled it, they would never know that, right? So it just comes to a point you have to. I guess what I'm trying to say, you have to be to an extent somewhat literate to really care what somebody's name is spelled like. It's like, oh, how do you spell it? And you see, oh, you have a silent K. Yeah, and it's like, oh, I would never would have known that until I don't know, you sent me a postcard. I don't, I don't know where the postcard came from, but yeah, I mean, what if I can't read? Do I really care? Do I really care that your name has a silent Q? Could you just have any silent letter if you think about it? Could I? Oh man, could my name be Clark Maximus Kent? And I just people would be like, your name's not really Maximus. I wouldn't say it. It's like, first of all, Maximus is silent. The whole word Maximus is silent. I don't know, just I don't know, just dumb stuff. And I feel like that makes sense. They're teaching kids how to sound out words. To sou- What happens when they get the knife? You gonna look at them like they the problem? Cause dang well the English language just failed them. The English language just said it. Look, everything that we've taught you for the last, I don't know, let's say 6 7 years is wrong. It makes no sense. GG, right? At least on paper. So you're gonna get the knife. You're gonna say N. Uh, what happens when they get the lasagna? What happens when they get the lasagna? They gonna, dang well, they gonna question you, look you dead in the eyes, and say it should be said lasagna. That makes no sense. The English language is wrong. Oh man, I don't know. Just food for thought, man. It makes no sense. I feel like we just conjumbled a whole bunch of things. Um. Oh man, do you guys know they're actually going around, and I give them credit for this too. They're actually going around and like basically on a manhunt for these Capitol rioters. Breaking into the Capitol building, federal building. What the blip? I don't know what's wrong with these people. I thought that was pretty. I mean, at least in this day and age, I'm surprised a lot of them more ain't die. To be honest, because that's like a federal building. I don't know how they didn't just come off. Excuse my derogatory, busting. Um, I really do. Hopefully nobody else gets hurt from these type of things. But like, let's be real. Somebody gonna open my house and they wearing blue, red, and a horn cap. Yeah, you gonna get one in the leg at least. Um, I don't know. And I actually, I was actually hearing on the news. Not gonna tell you what news I use because I don't want y'all to say nothing about my news outlet. Um, that this guy actually had a plan. He was actually at the riot, and I guess he got caught up at some enforcement. I guess some people were stalling him because they had recognized him, and when law enforcement got there and was charging him, they actually found out he had plans to, or at least multiple people had plans to go back to the Capitol with a whole bunch of, let's say, guns, a whole bunch of a whole bunch of guns, and I guess protest the Biden presidential thing again. And I'm like, dang man, y'all. I mean, granted, y'all are pretty dedicated, but it's wow, my life's just got unhinged. Isn't that the fantastic thing? I love to see things not stay the way they're supposed to be. Um, I don't know. I like I said, I hope everybody stays a little bit safe. Trespassing is definitely especially where you're trespassing, right? Crazy. Um. Oh, I forgot. I just like lost my point on that whole thing. Not on the whole thing, but the other guy that just that was gonna go back to the Capitol and everything, like with their whole thing. Like I said, they're very dedicated. I don't know, even me personally, and I'm gonna be claiming very big ignorance on this because I don't know exactly. It's like I've never went and talked to one of these people and really sat there and really understood their mindset and the whole thing of why they really even are basically damn near risking their lives to go into this type of thing. Like, I mean, to me personally, I guess you can maybe call me a hermit. When I stay in my room, I do my own thing, but it's like I don't know if I see enough hurt, right, to justify what these people are doing. And I mean, obviously, you can be like, well, you might not be getting every single source, but I mean, we definitely do live in a day and age where something or everything will probably get everywhere. Especially if it's enough information, which could be quote unquote supporting these quote unquote wackos. Um, you know, be like that. Um, my stomach is going off right now. I definitely am thinking about a ham sandwich, maybe some eggs and bacon. I wonder what you guys are thinking about having for breakfast. Maybe some waffles. My friend or my brother Charles tried to come at me one day and try to say pancakes are better than waffles. That was the day I had to question him really being my brother. Because obviously, right there, we didn't connect at all. Like some floppy. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end the podcast there. Hope I was able to take you guys' mind off of the days or the daily day that's about to come off, and I hope you guys have a